I'm Miss Leigh Ding, and welcome back to another episode of Miss Leigh Ding Fortunes. Our next guest is living proof that knowledge, kindness, and charisma are the ultimate power of three. A doctor, a broadcaster, and a true national favourite, this is a trusted face on British television who spent years guiding the nation through life's biggest conversations with warmth, wit, and heart. From making learning joyful to turning care into connection, they remind us that compassion is powerful and expertise can sparkle. From award-winning children's TV to the nation's most glittering ballroom, they're a BAFTA-winning presenter, radio host, and Sunday Times best-selling author. A steady voice, a shining presence, and someone who always shows up exactly when they're needed most. But tonight, the script flips. The stethoscope is down and the cards are out. And this is one consultation you won't get on the NHS. Please welcome the wonderful Alison Hammond. No, I'm joking. It's the gorgeous Doctor Ranj.
Oh, that was such a lovely introduction. I'm going to make sure my mum listens to this now.
Please, we need the viewers. Yes.
I mean, she may be slightly confused, but yeah. Oh, that's very sweet.
I know, and I wrote that all by myself.
I'm going to put that in my obituary.
Don't worry, we've got that covered. We'll sort you out. How are you, darling?
All right. What a weird time we're in. What a weird time.
It is.
I feel like the world is in a very weird time, and I'm constantly just waking up and thinking, did that shit really just happen?
I know.
Was that? Yeah, I feel like we're in what a deep,
it feels
dark
heavy.
place
It feels heavy, doesn't it?
There you go.
And I think we always think new year, new me, but it's not. It's the same year, same shit, getting worse. That's what it feels like.
Well, come on, aliens, step in. Step in. The kids have ruined the playground.
Oh, I know.
Step in now and take the toys away.
Well, let's hope for you we have a bit of a brighter day today. God.
Wow, here we go.
I know. Drive down from Manchester, this is what happens. Do you know what I mean?
4.5 hours I've been in the car.
Hours.
Listening to Olivia Dean.
Well, oh my God, isn't
Grammy
she beautiful?
Award winner, Olivia Dean.
Olivia Dean, if you
Yes.
want to come on the podcast, we'll happily swap
Come
you
on,
out.
Olivia Dean. She's from Haringey.
I know.
Just up the road.
So you've got no excuse.
Come on, Olivia Dean.
If this is for you, we're watching. You're
Come
watching.
on,
Come
get
on.
your misleading fortune told.
I said to Doctor Ranj when he got here that I tried to dress like a cool GP today. Definitely giving I feel like Doctor on the top, Esmeralda on the bottom.
You are giving Esmeralda.
It's
you
not,
really are.
There's nothing cohesive about this outfit whatsoever.
It's all right. It's the story of my life.
No,
really.
I mean, I'm not known as London's fashion queen, let's put it that way.
I like this though.
Thank you.
It's giving modern witch.
Yes.
Is that the
could
look
pop to Co-op, could pop to the Coven. Who knows? Who knows?
You go.
You got to keep people guessing.
You could go and get your heel or your eye of newt. I don't know which one it's going to be, but it's
either way at this point. Either bloody way.
Right.
Now, as we know, Doctor Ranj, may I call you Doctor?
You can call whatever you like.
Your life is about keeping people healthy, in check, and one of the most important things that you have to do is keep clean. So today for you, I've I just didn't want to risk it. So
what are you going to do? I'm not due my prostate exam yet. Actually, I'm turning 47 this year. I'm due a prostate exam.
Well then,
not socially.
Bend over. No, I'm joking. Like I could get those on my bloody
I'm going to go
hands.
to my GP and say, I have these all the time, but maybe I should do one for the record.
What an interesting podcast episode. You're thinking you're coming to get your tarot read, and naturally I just stick my finger up your arsehole.
If you can tell the fortune.
That might get the viewers in, actually, if you wouldn't mind.
I mean, okay.
Your boyfriend's here, he'll be fine.
That's me mate. We always get that, Tom and I. We've known each other for like 15 years, and everyone says, "Oh, you two together."
Have you ever thought about it?
I can do better than that. I'm joking.
Oh, luckily we can't hear what he's saying outside.
We're best mates. We're best mates.
So tell me, have you ever had any, I mean, obviously, you are rooted in science.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had anything kind of like this happen before? Have you ever had your tarot cards read? What's your experience with the spiritual realm?
Oh, I come from, I'd like to say I'm mildly spiritual and mostly scientific.
Yeah.
I come from a very spiritual family, being
Amazing.
Indian, and
Yes.
it's all kind of steeped in the culture. And I would say I'm curiously skeptical. Does that make sense?
Yes, I like that.
I have had my fortune told before.
In what way?
I've had tarot readings.
Yeah.
I've had a palm reading. I've had mediumship.
Yes.
Is that the official word for it? I'm not sure.
Not like a guardianship. No, just
wasn't Brittany, no. That's a conservatorship, isn't it?
Yes.
I've had a conservatorship.
Needed.
Yeah, so I've sort of dabbled in the mystical arts.
Yes.
Spiritual arts.
Have you ever like walked away from it going, oh, that actually was quite interesting, or has it always been a bit like
yes, it was interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like my last reading, which I had in the Trafford Centre in Manchester,
where everybody should get their tarots read, I think.
Yeah, by this very strange lady.
No, we're not usually known for being strange.
I think we were hijacked by an evil spirit child.
Did she tell you that?
Halfway through the reading, this kid jumped in the booth and sounded like he came from the Victorian times. Wasn't obviously dressed that way, but it was all a bit freaky. It felt like someone interjected.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think that was a child. And then she told him he was going to die.
What?
I know, it was weird. It was weird.
Well, let's hope we have a full recreation of that today.
Anyway,
if a child jumps in this room,
I feel like
that will be the beginning of the end.
It wasn't a child.
What do you think it was?
A spirit.
Oh,
some sort.
Oh, I actually just got goosebumps a little bit.
Jumping in because she was going to tell me something good, or jumping in because she was going to tell me something bad. I'm not sure.
Either that, or he did ketamine and did just.
What's going on here then?
You are at Manchester Trafford Centre. Anything is possible.
Manchester Trafford Centre.
Wow.
Yeah, that's where my last one was. I did go with my boyfriend, and I think the energies might have got crossed. She told him my love life was awful, and he had options, and his dad had offshore money in Chinese accounts. That was all a bit weird.
Did he?
Well, we asked, and he's denied it.
Well, everybody does. Everybody does.
But she told him he's going to be fine. I'm doomed.
Well, then let's try and make that better for you today.
Listen, anything is better than that,
Anything is better than that. My God. What a traumatic experience.
It really was.
I hope today is really healing for you, Dr. Ranj. I really do.
Well, she told my best mate that she was going to die in her 40s.
Stop going to see this woman.
No, but that's why my best mate made me go. She was like, I'm really freaked out by this lady. Will you please go and see her? And
if she tells you you're going to die, we'll go together.
Well, there we go.
And how old is your friend now?
44.
God, so she's got 6 years to give or take.
She's just had a birthday last week.
God.
She's still alive.
She's...
Touch wood.
Touch wood, my God.
Yeah. Let's hope this is better.
I'm sure it will be. I always say for me, there is never like a bad card. I really don't think negative readings are. I think it's how you interpret things. It's about energy. It's about how we like are in this room together. And ultimately it's a conversation.
Yeah.
I'm just pulling out a card and I'm telling you a story about yourself that hopefully you already know or don't know. And we'll see where you take it.
Brilliant.
Now we've got 3 crystals on the table
those
here.
I was wondering, I thought they were just decoration.
Well, they are a little bit. I mean, they do look pretty, but it's always nice to start by just you kind of like, what do you choose one just to kind of like help us, guide us, and just kind of keep you grounded throughout.
Oh. And how can you tell which one to pick?
Well, that's just your intuition.
It's intuition,
yeah.
Is it?
What one is kind of like calling out to you?
That one.
Yeah?
The purple one.
So pick it up, take it, and feel it in your hands. Grope the
last time
rod.
someone said that.
Yes, take it in both hands. There we go. So this is an amethyst.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a very strong vibrational crystal.
Yeah.
It's good for like keeping you grounded. It's really good for kind of like your emotional welfare, mental health, all those things.
That's what I need.
So it's just keep it near you throughout this reading.
I will.
And if you're ever scared, you can rub it on anything and put it anywhere that you need to.
By the weight of it, I can knock someone out with it as well. It's quite hefty.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
very nice though.
I've always been told I've got hefty things. How this works is I'm going to pull 3 cards.
Yes.
To start, we're going to go past, present, future, and we're going to kind of just have a little deep dive into what life has been, is, and will be
Brilliant.
for Dr. Ranj, and just
Oh, cute. I'm
hopefully
excited.
something makes fucking sense.
I hope so.
But before we do, I always like to do a little bit of an icebreaker.
Okay.
I always think I'm quite good at reading people's star signs, and I feel like I got yours straight away.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a friend
Google
who
is really good.
Exactly. ChatGPT, if you don't know what it is, it does wonders. Okay, I will say this. I actually don't Google any of them.
Oh, okay.
And I think I've got most of the, like, I would say like 90%
Can you tell
right.
by
I think
being with
it's
someone?
like I've always been really interested in horoscopes, and I really understand like the characteristics and all of those things. Now you are very close to two, I think, in terms of your character.
Okay.
One is Sagittarius and one is Gemini.
Oh.
So
I don't know
is
what
weird
order
because
they
they're
come in.
both quite opposite. So Sagittarius is around November, December,
Right.
and Gemini is May, June.
Right.
But I think you're more like my friend. I'm a Sagittarius, but I think you're more like my friend who is a Gemini.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you why before you can say yes
Go
or
on.
no. I think you're very like socially adaptable. You're very talkative. You've got a very like genuine calming. And I think you can be in the moments that you need to be really like cutthroat and just like tell it how it is, because that's like,
I hope so.
it's necessary in your job, but also in your personal life. I think you're really good at like just putting your first, your foot forward and going, actually, no, this is that. So I'm gonna stick with that Gemini. Go.
Do you want the answer?
It'll be a very fucking anticlimactic experience if we don't find out.
I think you're definitely in the right. So interesting this. I'm actually Gemini adjacent. I'm Cancerian.
Wow.
But if you believe that there is a 13th zodiac and there's that whole sort of question about, is it a piss or a feely, whatever?
Yeah,
the 13th
one.
zodiac. It pushes me, I think, into Gemini.
Oh.
But you're right. I all those things you said
Right, we're
are
going to cut
relevant.
all that. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to guess. No.
But yeah, no, I was born at the end of June, so technically I'm a Cancerian.
You are, yes, on the cusp of.
Yeah.
Wow. Also, that is strange, because Cancers are quite known to be very like reserved and maybe a little bit more emotionally led, and can be quite sensitive. And
I definitely used to be a lot more reserved.
Interesting.
Yeah, I used to be a massive introvert when I was growing up. Very emotionally, I think, in tune, but very, very reserved.
Well, part of me is glad I got that wrong, because it will prove to all those people out there that say I use Google.
I don't think you got it wrong, but it feels like I've moved from that into my life now is very different.
Yeah,
so
of course.
I feel like maybe there has been a shift.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I'm a straight
I got a little like shiver there. I love that. Well, let's see what happens here.
Yeah,
I always I never force a card either, so the card like that one there.
Oh, look.
The cards always jump, and I just it like sends shivers
so
down to my testicles when that happens. Testicles? I mean,
what, they're around about here somewhere, aren't they? Here right now.
Oh, the silence is
I'm really excited.
Good. I'm glad.
really
well, after your last
excited.
experience,
I know. I'm still always giving it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to keep your kind of like spiritual heart.
Yeah.
Open.
I had a tarot reading at Craig Revel Horwood's 60th birthday, and that was weird.
All right, name drop.
No, but it was surreal. It was just, I mean, I was smashed.
Really?
Yeah, I was smashed. So, yeah, I'm not sure
how much you actually took in. Yeah. No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I love that. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, why is there a dark figure?
No, don't panic. Let me show you these. So, yeah, why is this? It looks like Claudia Winkleman on the Traitors.
Are you saying I'm going on Traitors? Please tell me I'm going on Traitors.
Oh my gosh! Imagine if we could predict that right now, because that is your present card as well.
They are casting as we speak.
Ah,
they are.
I don't care what the people say. I am a motherfucking witch. Okay,
so come on.
We've got the moon.
Okay.
We've got the 5 of cups, and we've got the wheel of fortune.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to talk about the moon first, which it pulled it like for your past. Okay. Yeah. So the past, I'm going to talk a little bit, and you can just stop me. tell me if I'm right or
Go
wrong.
on.
Tell me if I'm
Go
being
on.
an arsehole.
No.
There's a real sense of the moon is not a dark card. I think a lot of people think it is because obviously it's reflective of the night, but actually what it is, it's more of like a reflective, like emotional kind of peace. And I think for you when you were young, it's really hard to talk about being young as queer people because we all have very similar experiences and very vast experiences of what that looks like. So I think sometimes I feel like I'm just blurting out the same kind of rhetoric when we're talking about being young, but there is a real sense of feeling lost and feeling maybe like emotionally weak sometimes because, you know, you sense how different you are.
Yeah.
And I think for you, like, being a part of like a different culture as well and male and queer, there's a real sense of feeling displaced.
Totally.
Like I feel like when you were younger, you were really challenged by this idea that you were different and you really didn't know how to take that on yourself, but put that onto your family and those people around you. And that was a real scary thing for you. Like I think maybe you felt at peace most when you were on your own or when you were like, maybe you found someone that kind of was going through similar experience to you as a young age, but there is a real sense of like you knowing who you are from a very early age and kind of trying to find your own peace within that before you kind of allowed other people into that space.
Yeah, I think, like you say, it's a similar story for many queer people when they're younger, is you feel displaced because many of us don't feel like we belong to anything, and we don't. And I looking back on the kid from then, when I look back with the head I have on now, he was a very emotionally intelligent child. And he just, his emotional needs were never met. And he was lost. He didn't understand who he was. He didn't have a frame of reference at all. So he was constantly searching to belong to something, to someone, and to be seen. And I think it took me till much later in life to realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't necessarily at the time know I was queer. I just knew I felt different. I was like, I feel different, but I don't know what it means.
Yes.
Especially, and then you put that within the cultural lens. And, you know, I didn't grow up around queer people. I didn't see many queer people on TV, especially not brown ones. So, you know, you've got absolutely no frame of reference to being. And I wasn't the most sociable kid. I think what I did was my absolute best not to stand out.
Yeah. And that is the thing, isn't it? You try so hard not to stand out that you end up standing out even more sometimes for the wrong reasons.
I think I just built loads and loads of layers to bury who I was because it was safer.
That's so hard as well because then as you do get older, you're the one that has to take all those layers back off.
Absolutely.
And that can be years and years of work.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time that you were like, oh, this different thing I'm feeling is that I'm queer?
That wasn't until I think my late 20s, early 30s.
Wow.
When I could articulate it.
Yeah.
Because before then I just thought, okay, I'm not this. I'm not 100% this. I'm not 100% that. I've always believed in a spectrum of sexuality and identity. And I just thought, well, that's not where I think my happiness is. So actually, this is what I feel like my happiness, this is what I thought happiness looked like.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until my late 20s, early 30s, I thought, hang on a second. Happiness lies in authenticity. When you're able to be who you are fully, that's when you are the most happy that you can be. And I had to break down all of the things that I had learned, all of the barriers I'd put up, all of the sort of training wheels, for want of a better word, that I'd put in, all of those boundaries. I had to break them all down to say, who actually are you supposed to be? Who, not through the lens of other people, but through the lens of yourself. Like, who were you meant to be? Who have you neglected? And it's weird what we do, as I think a lot of queer people do this. We put in safety mechanisms when we're kids.
Yeah, of course.
To keep us safe.
Yeah.
To keep us safe, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. And I'd put in so many safety mechanisms that I forgot who I was.
Yeah. And
it's only recently I've realized that those safety mechanisms helped me when I was a kid, helped me survive.
They do. I think we're so unaware of how to protect ourselves that you just
no one protects us.
And
we very quickly learn that no one is guaranteed
No.
for us because we could be rejected
Yeah.
at any moment.
This world wasn't made for us.
There you go.
And it is very
Yeah.
frightening.
Without realizing, I developed an inner protector.
Yeah.
And I have only learned in the last couple of years who he is
Yeah.
and what he is. And I've had a conversation with him.
That's really powerful.
And that really helped me. Having that conversation and saying, you've held my hand. Now I need you to just let me take the lead.
Babe, that's the most spiritual shit I've ever heard. Don't stop. That is but I fully get that. And I think for you to kind of not get to that place until you were like late 20s, early 30s, you go through your teenage years, you go through puberty, you go through your 20s, which is like the craziest decade of your life, still trying to figure, I mean, you know, I didn't come out until I was 23. And even then, when back in 2016, whenever that was, somewhere in the early 2000s.
Wow.
At 23, I was still petrified to do that. I think as well, it's really interesting that you've said that because a lot of us queer people who are constantly protecting ourselves, we kind of go one of two ways, which can be really defensive and really like we build like an anger in us that kind of portrays us in that bitchy light, you know, and all that. Or we kind of take it softer and we do try and kind of hide ourselves a bit more.
Please everyone.
And it definitely feels like that's more you. Like I feel like you've always had this innate kindness within you that you've always kind of put pride on. And I think that's been something that you knew from a very early age that's a good way for you to connect with people. Yeah. Like you were like, if I am nice and kind, then if they're still horrible to me, it's not because of me, fault. It's because And that's a really like wonderful thing that I think was able to bring you up to where you are now, like, and still.
I massively believe in the power of kindness. I know it sounds really cheesy.
But also it's really fucking hard to be kind.
And also you can be kind and still call out the dickheads.
Of course.
They are not mutually exclusive. No. And I think people forget that.
Yeah, that's the thing. You don't have to be a pushover.
No, exactly.
How do you remain kind in like those really difficult situations? Like what is it about you that you're able to like take yourself out of it and go, deep breath?
I think it's recognizing that everybody is human and most people are not born bad. They're taught bad. All of us. There are very few people who are biologically bad. That does happen. You get psychopaths and all sorts of things that innately are just not quite right. But most of us are not born bad. We are not born with prejudice. We are not born with hate.
No.
We're actually not. When you put two babies together, they don't fight immediately. They play.
Yeah.
We are taught to be bad. We are taught to be negative and we are taught to hate and be scared. We're taught to be scared. Fear is an innate biological instinct which is there to keep us safe, but we are also taught a lot of it. And I pull myself back and say, they're just being what they've been shown and told. And sometimes it's not their fault. It's just the way somebody has been brought up. And that happens in so many people who do bad things.
Yeah.
It's because bad things were done to them.
Yeah.
And that's sometimes the hardest position to put yourself in. There are some people who have done horrible things in this world, but we often forget if you take a step back. And I saw this in my child safeguarding work because I'm a pediatrician by trade. And part of my job was safeguarding kids. And often you'd find that there's a pattern that happens in families where children are mistreated, that people before them were mistreated, and it's propagated. It's inherited almost, and the trauma's inherited. And you look back and you think, oh my gosh, the bigger picture is so much more than you might think.
Yeah.
I take myself back to that place and say, sometimes it's not their fault either.
It's so true. And I think it's, you know, you are so right in everything you're saying, especially like, again, as young people, bullying for us is a really big thing. I got bullied relentlessly. God, this is like therapy.
Yeah.
Forget the cards. You have to look outside of yourself.
Yes.
It's not always about you. It's definitely more about what's going on for them, but it doesn't make it easier.
And also doesn't make that right.
Excuse it.
Absolutely.
And that's where I think the forgiveness is sometimes we can forgive, but we'll never forget.
That's why I think queer people are superheroes.
Oh my goodness.
We get treated so badly to this day, and yet we still reflect some of the most beautiful qualities that humans can have.
Yeah.
Forgiveness, kindness, understanding, compassion, all of these things. We put out in the world,
Yeah.
even though we've been treated like crap.
We could be the most evil fucking people we wanted to be if we really put our minds to it. You guys are fucking lucky.
Yeah, isn't it? But that's why I think being queer is a superpower.
It is. It really
is. And we have so much to learn from queer kids and queer people.
I mean, and now like queer kids are just flourishing in many ways, and it's beautiful to see. It really
Some
is.
not enough yet, I think. But it's so much better than it used to be.
I mean, I'm jealous and I hate them all. I wish.
Also, kids, do not forget your history. Yeah. Do not forget who came before you.
I want you to comment on this post and thank me and Doctor Ranj for all we've done for you.
The people that opened the doors for you so that you could, mince through.
Yeah, it's so true.
Don't forget any of that.
No, it's so important. You being a paediatrician very much feels like you wanted... Because did you really like, when you were a kid, was like science and biology and all that something you were really passionate about?
It's weird. I was a really creative kid. Yeah. Really artistic, really musical. My parents were like, I come from a working class family and my parents were both factory workers. And, they moved here in their early 20s. They didn't really have much. So everything was kind of built from scratch. And they built this ethos that you have to get an education, you have to get a job and a career. So when I said, I love music and art and I love and singing and all that kind of stuff, singing was the first thing I was ever told I was good at.
What?
And my parents were like, yeah, but that's not serious. So I had
to... Well, now's your chance, Doctor. I want 2, 3, 4.
I had to put my creativity to one side and I thought very quickly, I realized the way to survive and thrive as a kid was to be an academic because that got me the validation that I was kind of searching for. So I became quite scientifically minded. And fortunately, I could. Other thing about queer people, we are chameleons. We can often do many different things because we have to.
Yes, absolutely.
We have to.
You're forced to.
So I applied myself to the academia and I'm so glad I did.
Yes.
Because I discovered this love of science.
And my God, you get paid.
And on that, I built a foundation.
Yeah.
Once I'd done that creative side came back.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And now I get to enjoy both.
Yes.
I'm so glad I did it that way.
That's amazing. And do you think that your choice in being a paediatrician comes from like that element of you wanting to protect kids like yourself, like when you were a kid?
Well, I never thought I'd end up in pediatrics.
Okay.
I didn't think so. I remember going through medical school and thinking, it's kind of interesting, it's kind of cool, but it's not really my thing. And it's only when I took a job because I had no other option and I started working in pediatrics as a junior doctor, I thought, actually, I quite enjoy this.
Yeah.
And maybe it is. Maybe there was a part of me that kind of just wanted to make things better for young people.
Yeah.
Because I wish they'd been better for me.
Yeah.
In a way. Because you say that, many counsellors and psychiatrists become that because they need counselling and psychiatry, etc.
Yeah.
It just felt like, I was about to leave the NHS at the time, but it pulled me back in. It felt right. Maybe it was the universe telling me, no, this is where you belong.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is where you can do your best.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad it pulled me back in.
Well, that's so interesting. And it's interesting that you've talked now a little bit about, now being able to do the creative stuff again. Because we've got the kind of 5 of cups here.
The traitor card. Come on.
Which is interesting because the cups is like representative of like creativity, communication. It's much more about like flow and kind of like how you fill your cups.
Yeah.
Quite literally. But the number 5 is a bit more reflective of like challenge and maybe like a bit of upheaval. And for me, it's really interesting to see this card for you because we all know you've just come off of the West End stage and Juliet.
Yes.
How was that?
A dream come true.
Oh,
it was weird. I had a moment at the end of 2023, beginning of 24, where I was like, I feel lost. I feel like I've been so lucky to do so many things, but yet I feel lost. Yet I feel like I don't know where I'm going and what I'm doing. But what I do know is I've lost my joy. And I made myself a promise. I said, I'm going to chase joy. And I said to the universe, come on, give me something. And weirdly, I got asked to audition for Anne Juliet at that, like very soon after that. And I'd been auditioning for other stuff before. And it just didn't happen because, frankly, I'm not trained in that incredible skill and talent that those people have. Anne Juliet came along and I did the audition thinking, I'm not going to get this. Like, let's just go through the motions, do it. And it seemed to just be like, no, wait, come back, do this, come back, do this, come back. Let's see if you can sing. Let's see if you can do this. And seemed to be like, it felt like the universe saying, yeah, okay.
This is the time.
Now's the time.
Now's the time.
Now's the right
It's
time.
so hard waiting for the universe's time sometimes.
I know,
like
it is.
When you know
especially-
you're ready, but the universe is not. That,
and
like,
especially when there are
internal-
so many people, especially in those sorts of industries,
Mm.
who graft and graft and graft and are so good. It breaks my heart that, you know, everyone can't necessarily get to where they need to straight
No.
away. And there are so many people who deserve it.
Oh my goodness. But it is timing.
But yeah,
And
it is. I think it
I
was.
do believe that everything happens in the
Yeah.
right time for the right people. You know, you've just got to.
Yeah.
I think, but it's not only. It is that mix of hard work and.
Oh, you have
it's
to.
Never. It's
Oh,
never
I had
just
to
like,
graft
here's
still. I still
here's
had to
this.
graft
Oh,
afterwards.
absolutely.
I was going into rehearsals for Anne Juliet and then going out and getting acting classes on the side and getting singing lessons, making sure I was at least as good as the people
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
I was with, because
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure I did not let them down.
Yeah, of course.
I could not be that person. I'm so glad I did it. It
Yeah.
genuinely changed my life.
That's true. I mean, I actually came to see it. I've seen it a couple of times. It's a wonderful musical, and it's one of those.
And
you
what
know,
a great musical
a great
to start
musical.
on.
And it's funny,
The
and
themes,
everything, and just like the inclusivity of it all, and
Yeah.
all of that. It's interesting though when you see a celebrity's name on the whatever you pay £10 for at the theatre.
The programme.
The programme. There you go. You always go. Is it just
Yes.
a name to
But
put
that's it.
to put bombs on?
Exactly.
And it was I was like, holy shit! Like. I mean, because I'd seen you in Panto before as
Yeah.
well. Panto's, you know, one of those things that you're like,
Love Panto.
they're just, it's
I love
wonderful in
Panto,
every sense of the
isn't it?
word. Did you do it this year?
Yes, I did Southampton this year with Alexandra Burke.
Oh my God, Ali B.
Ali B.
Ali
Oh, it's
B.
brilliant.
Was it
Absolutely
good?
brilliant. I love Panto. Absolutely love Panto. There is nothing else like it. And it's often people's first experience of theatre. And it's a tradition
it's just so
that is
British.
British.
It's just so
So
British.
British and
It's
so festive.
Yeah, when people say like, what is British culture? I'm like, Panto.
Yeah.
That
is.
is what.
It is
get
very
people
much
in the
that, isn't
theatre for
it?
Panto, and that is British culture,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it brings everybody together.
But even with things like Panto, you know, you could potentially just walk in and do your thing and walk out.
Yeah.
Like, because Panto has a thing about stunt casting. It casts names for a reason, gets people in through the
Of
theatre,
course, of
etc.
course.
You know, I didn't want to be that person. I was like, I never want to be that person. I want to go in and for people to come and watch it and say, bloody hell, didn't know you could do that.
Yeah.
That's the reaction I wanted from people. I didn't want people to say, oh yeah, it was nice. I wanted to show people that I could.
You want the jaws dropped.
I could.
Yeah.
A lot of people at the time when I got Anne Juliet told me I couldn't.
Wow.
And that was from within the industry. It was coming.
But did that motivate you to do more?
It did.
Yeah.
It did. But it was that kid in me that said, don't tell me I can't do something. I'm going to show you.
I love that.
And that's throughout my career, throughout my life, I've been told, no, you can't do this. And I've said, do you know what I'm going to do through TV? I was like, I'm going to show you. I'm
Yeah.
going to show you. And then I'll show you that I was right.
And you did.
And that's what I hope to do was do a good job.
Yeah.
I wanted to do a good job.
I love that. And I think it's so, that's kind of like important here because this does feel like maybe you are, or you have, like you said, come to a point where you're like, okay, what's next? It feels like since you kind of stepped on TV and you knew that like this kind of creative and science world could come together.
Right.
It's been a real like roller coaster
Yes.
of like things happening really quickly and
Yes.
like, you know, you've done things that you were like, how? I mean, Dancing with the Stars must have been like another thing that you were just like, how on earth am I here?
That's the thing.
But it feels like maybe now at present, like you've done this, you've done that. You've written a book. You've got another book coming out. And it maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm assuming a lot here, but to me it says that maybe you're worried that again, you're going to get into a space where
I am.
okay, but well, now what?
I'm absolutely having that right now.
The challenges is like,
Totally.
where do I go from here?
I said that to my friend last night. I said, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing next. And I feel really uncomfortable. I feel not uncomfortable. I feel uncertain. And one of the beauties of uncertainty is, another friend told me, when nothing is certain, anything is possible. That's what you got to remember. And you can just open yourself up to possibility.
Absolutely. And that is, it's never, again, saying to yourself, well, I'm just open to anything is not, you being like a serendipitous.
No,
like,
no, no.
It's still good.
No.
It's, in your head, you're still like, fuck. What?
I need a job.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I need a
Jones
job.
need to get paid. He's like, yeah. And also, you know, you go, okay, well, I have done this now, and I have done this, and you still want that challenge for yourself to keep growing and keep moving. So it definitely feels like.
That conversation in the car with Tom on the way here. Said, Tom, I need a job. I don't know what.
Well,
to
I would
do.
like to confirm I wasn't in the car, so I don't know any.
But yeah, it's true. Come on, traitors.
Yeah. Well, and we joked. We saw the cave. And we were like,
Can
the
you
traitors,
imagine?
but
Can you imagine?
you would be phenomenal on that.
I'd want to be a traitor.
Well, see, and do you think everybody wants to be a traitor?
it's more fun.
It must-
surely,
I mean-
it's a game.
I mean,
so
watching
surely you
Alan
want to have
Carr
fun
do
playing
that
it.
was like
I
how
mean,
he got to the end
yeah.
and won
Yeah.
was like it was insane.
I thought he was gone. I thought he was a goner.
I mean, laughing when he had to say he
Yeah,
wasn't a traitor, like, and
exactly.
they still, I was like, oh my god.
But I think the whole point of traitors is to play an act.
Yeah.
It's to perform. It's to play a game.
Oh,
and the best game is by traitors.
Yes.
So that's why I want to be a traitor.
Completely. And I do think, yeah, like, it, you know, it is a game, but actually that is still, it's a challenge. You are playing.
Yeah.
And to be a traitor when, again, you know, you spent your entire life trying to be kind and honest and to go behind people's backs and literally sit with them.
Oh,
and
it's
tell-
great.
like, I would go,
there's a
oh,
part of me
God.
that's like, yeah, I
Do you
want
know
to
the
get
only
stuck
thing?
in.
I would not be able to have a single drink because I'd be like, can I tell you a secret?
Uh-uh.
One glass of rosé, I'd be like, just what I do, can I tell you?
Nah, I'd want to go in there, just stir shit up.
Oh my God, same.
Just stir it up
Same.
and
I'd
just...
be like, we're
Yeah.
yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I'd love to. That would be, honestly, that would be so much fun.
I know.
Come on, universe.
Well, do you want some even better news?
Okay.
Because your future here is the Wheel of Fortune.
Uh-oh.
And I'm really, no, it's really wonderful.
One show I haven't done yet.
That's what you're going on. No, it does. I literally, when I saw this card, I envisioned like, you know, like a pinwheel that on the game shows they push like that and it's got all the money that they could win.
Oh, wow.
It's that, but it's opportunity.
Gonna win the lottery.
It's opportunity for you. Maybe it's the Traitors.
Yeah.
Maybe it's another West End role. Maybe it's like a TV series. Maybe it's like there's something there in
That's
your future
so good to hear.
but it's you getting to pick it for yourself.
Yeah.
It's not actually a game of chance.
I'm genuinely feeling so uncertain at the moment. I've not felt this uncertain in a while.
No, I want to tell you that this is happening within like the next like 4 months.
Oh, wow.
Like there's literally, you've got your 4 angels here, and I do really feel like I think it's important that you sit in this uncertainty.
Okay.
I think it's really important that you feel it and you appreciate what you've done and how you've got to this.
Take stock.
Because this uncertainty is not because you've been unemployed for 6 years.
No.
You know, it's because you've done so much crazy
That's
shit.
it. And when there's nothing to do, I panic.
Yes. And that's an important panic to have because it makes you assess and it makes you take stock. So just know that this kind of like next thing is coming very soon.
Okay.
I think again, there's a real sense of like, at one point in the next couple of months, you're going to have like a few things come at you at once, so to speak.
Well,
but important. Yeah, I want a date and I want a time. But it's important to not allow yourself to see all the gold coin, like you know, like be like, oh, there's going to be a couple of things in there that aren't right.
Yeah.
And I think you will know it's going to come to you, and you'll go, oh, that's the one. It won't
so
be
will
like
it be intuitive? Well, I know intuitively which one to go for.
But it won't be like oh my God.
No.
This is so, it will be like oh, actually, that feels right.
Yeah.
And maybe it's not a huge thing where, you know, you're going to be in a Hollywood movie. But it might be something really that takes you back a little bit. There is a real sense that it's not like jump up and down exciting, but it's huge and it's going to be important. I think there is a real sense of like advocacy in there.
Okay.
It's not like,
All right.
I don't know if it is, you know, back on the West End. I'm sure those opportunities will come for you more and more. But this next big thing that it feels like is there is coming in this space of like, you're needed.
Right. Okay. All right.
It's not like
That's interesting.
It's not like you are wanted. And I don't want to say that you're not, but there's a real echo of like, you're needed.
Okay.
And so I feel like when it comes to you, you'll know that this is the right thing.
Okay.
But it is going to be, but I really feel it's important for you to just sit right now.
Good.
Be uncomfortable. Get the coffee shakes while you're writing down copious notes of how you're going to pull your life back together. If you could pull something out of thin air for yourself, what does that look like for you? Or do you really not know right now?
I just really don't know. I know I'd love to do more theatre. I've fallen in love with it, and who wouldn't fall in love with it and wouldn't want to do more? I'd love to do more of that.
Do you think that's in an acting role, or would you kind of take, I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking of like TED Talks.
I did think I'd love to do more of the acting side of things, and I'd like to build my skills in that sort of side. But I don't know. I'm always open.
Yes.
I try to be as open as I try not to be too didactic. I'm one of these people. So some people have like 5-year plans, and stuff like that. I've never had that.
Plan.
Exactly, and I've never had that. And I used to joke because you're setting yourself up for disappointment. But actually, it's because I don't feel comfortable with a long-term plan. What I know is where I roughly would love to be, and I just let it happen.
Well, also, we know that nothing ever stays the same.
Nothing stays the same.
We're so used to things changing in front of our eyes.
So I don't want to put any eggs in any basket. So I'm like, okay, I'm open to, and I will, if an opportunity comes along, I will go for it. I'll give it my best shot. I'll work my hardest. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Fine, it's not meant to be. So I'm quite realistic about it, but I am open to things coming along. And just
I also think it's important to note that, like, this one thing that I'm talking about doesn't mean that you can't do other things. We are a people of multiple skills and talents. It doesn't. These other opportunities are going to come, and it's important that you take them. But I just really do get a sense of need. Yeah, and I don't know whether it's you needing it, or them needing it from you.
Yeah, I definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Need something. I think
I need a job.
I think I need a job.
Any employers out there looking for a Doctor Ranj?
I think it's just a sense of security.
Of course,
isn't it? It's that sense of having a safety net, just to fall back on.
And also, when you're so used to climbing the ladder of like your personal growth, to get to a point where you've plateaued or like you've stopped is scary. Yeah, it's because unnerving, you were like, am I able to keep climbing, or is this just how it's going to be for now? And you don't want that. Nobody wants to kind of step, but it is important to get those rests in and question, because whilst this ladder keeps going up, there is another ladder here. Yeah. There's different ways to elevate. So just... I think this has been so interesting.
It really has.
You are such a wonderful guest.
I found it fascinating.
I feel calmer.
Oh, good.
Before we go, is there like one question, like maybe yes or no?
I have a question.
Oh my God.
I have a question.
Tell me.
So the last medium/tarot reader I went to see told me I was going to die of a heart attack. Am I going to die of a heart attack?
Well, this is really scary. For me.
Is it?
Well, just because if I say yes, my blood is on your blood is on my hands.
Well, at least it's meant to happen then. That did throw me a little bit. She said, if you keep going as you're going, you are going to die of a heart attack.
That's interesting that you added that bit. Yeah. That if you're going to keep going as you're going, the Empress has fallen out.
Oh, hello.
Which is, you are so emotionally aware of yourself, you're so emotionally intellectual, and you've got such, you are very understanding of the people around you. I think, like I've said before, you are so a people pleaser in every sense of the way, and you often put other people ahead of you. And I think as you keep going in the way that you are, it is important to give yourself these breaks. Remember to reflect, take a seat for yourself and sit with you, because I don't think you're going to die of a heart attack. I would like to put that on the record.
I think her sentiment
but there is a sense
you need
of
to
stress and like, you
stop worrying, stop stressing.
As we get older, our bodies can't hack it.
Right.
The headaches I've started to get.
Oh my word, So
there is this sense of like, you are so emotionally aware of yourself, but like sit on your own throne. Yeah. Like you are still ultimately numero uno. Yeah. And that's important that you kind of like keep that as well.
If you can't look after yourself, how are you going to look after anybody else?
I don't.
Take off your oxygen mask and
exactly. When this plane goes down, I will put my own oxygen mask on first.
I will take yours.
Oh, Dr. Ranj, it's been an
you.
absolute pleasure.
It's been a joy. I love that.
Is there anything that you'd like to talk about before we go? Anything you'd like to plug? What's coming out for you, like in the most recent way?
Oh, I've just put the finishing touches on my next book, actually.
Yes, of course.
It's coming out in June 2026. It's a human body encyclopedia, and it co-launches in the UK and the US, which is really exciting.
That is so exciting.
Loads of fun creating that because it was very much the kid in me getting to play.
Yeah.
So that's coming out. And you know what? I'd love to do more theatre this year, no matter what it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't mind what it looks like. I'd love to do either something queer or something South Asian or both.
Yes.
I feel like there's a part of me that would love to exercise that, that part.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
Well, watch this space.
Hopefully.
Absolutely. And I mean, you're obviously a very well-known person on the socials, but if people don't know you on socials, where can they find you?
Best place to find me is Instagram.
Yes.
At Doctor Ranj.
As simple as that.
But I've got a little presence on other platforms, but Instagram's, I think, currently the nicest one.
Yes. And it's within our age group. I think that's where we thrive the most.
It's more fun. And I'm all about pictures.
I know, me too. I can't reach it anymore. Well, Dr. Ranj, before you go, I do have a little present for you to thank you for coming on the podcast, and just a little something to remember us by. So I've got you a little crystal and kind of like energy set, just so anytime you feel like you need to kind of reset or think or take that little moment to think and take a break, you've got that there beside you.
Thank you so much. Would you like your rock pack?
You've gripped that so tightly for the last
Do you know
hour.
what? It was really cold when I started, and now it's very warm and slightly moist. So
pop that in my pocket. Dr. Ranj, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You've been a pleasure. That once more has been Miss Leigh Ding Fortunes. I've had an absolute joy today with my very special guest, Dr. Ranj, and we will see you next week for another episode. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Bye.
you.